Not exactly. This is where people come to be cured. They can find doctors, medicine, everything they need.
I do not know. I would not trust my life to those who practice leechcraft.
Leechcraft? Oh, my dear, I'm afraid you're a little behind the times. Medicine's come quite a long way since the day of leeches and Eye of Newt. Hello?
There is no one here.
How very odd.
Perhaps the hospital is closed.
Is anyone about?
What was that?
It came from this way.
God's teeth!
Don't touch anything.
Doctor, he is dead, is he not?
Yes. Look at these marks on him.
'Tis some animal that wrought this foul deed.
An animal. In here. Don't move.
It is in here with us, is it not?
It's behind that table.
Doctor, you must flee!
It's between us and the only way out.
What is coming?
Stay behind me. Climb.
What kind of demon is it?
I don't think Old Nick had anything to do with this, but I'm quite certain he's getting a right jolly laugh out of it.
Do something!
Come on, this way.
It's coming after us!
Quick, over here.
Woo!
A triage area. Let me shut the curtain. Stay extremely still.
Will that help?
I don't know. But that's what people usually say in situations like this.
You mean there aren't many creatures such as this?
Shh.
It must be out here.
Don't make a sound.
It found us!
Wait for it. Run! We need to find an operating theater. This way. Ha! Chris, lead him over here. Where did I put my matches? What? If we could just get this valve open. Got it! Come on, Chris, just keep it moving toward me. When I say duck, duck! Duck! Keep down!
Oh, just you!
Oxygen. Part of the very air we breathe, but highly flammable in its pure form. I knew a hospital would have tanks of this stuff around. Now come on.
Well, where are we going?
We've got to find Klein.
Because you just destroyed him.
Really? I may have stopped him, but he didn't look very destroyed to me. We better find him before he gets out of the hospital.
I knew these places were the ports of evil. Even the dirtbag can see through victims. Doctor, over here! There's someone hurt!
Are you alright?
That thing!
The creature did this to him!
It's not a creature. That was a human being.
No!
It was Klein, wasn't it? Thomas Klein.
He's dead. He must be. We were going to do an autopsy on him.
What happened?
Huh?
His mind is gone.
You must tell me. It's very important. You were going to do an autopsy on him?
When we got to the morgue, my nurse and I, it was in shambles. And the orderly,
Go on.
his skin is so cold. Did you feel it? Klein? Cold as death. It just isn't possible.
He attacked you.
Yes. No. Yes. I mean,
We should leave before it comes back.
it won't.
How do you know?
Because it wasn't here.
What wasn't here?
It was like it was searching for something. When it couldn't find it, it left.
Searching for something. What could he be searching for?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I think we'd better find it first. Are you going to be alright?
I think so. Just some...
Good man. Stout stuff. Come along, Chris. I get the feeling it's going to be a long day.
I knew we should have ate lunch when we had the chance.
Be careful! That satellite is worth more than 10 million of you. Set it down gently.
We really must congratulate Senator Hanson. I've never seen the government move so quickly before.
It all depends on the quality of the carrot you dangle in front of them. Alright, everyone out. You heard me. No one is to enter this area without my explicit authorization. Is that understood? No one. And shut the door behind you when you leave. Give me a hand with this. Look at that.
We've lost almost a fifth of the containers. We're running out of time.
Stevenson died last night. Did you hear?
No, I didn't.
I've gone over the plans to the project. We're going to need to expand the magma extraction at all 3 sites by a factor of 10. More if we can't reduce the power drain.
The only way to slow the drain is to reduce the number of...
I know. So we'll lose some more. It's better than the alternative, isn't it? Losing it all? Anyway, you and I both know that neither of us have much longer. These bodies burn out so fast.
Is the facility capable of that kind of output?
Potentially. But there are too many regulators running around the place, poking their noses into every little detail. We'd never be able to do it in secret.
So, what do we do?
I think it's time to ask another favor from our friend, Senator Hansen.
Order! Order! The Senate will come to order!
This bill goes against everything America has stood for. I can't believe something like this is even being considered.
You are out of order! The senator from California has the floor.
Thank you. Senator Mitchell is right. What the legislation is proposing is indeed something which the people would have found to be intolerable several years ago. But times change, my friends, and we must adapt to these changing times. Let us break down this bill to its simplest form. What is being proposed here is nothing that Americans haven't been accustomed to since the first charger plates came out in the mid-20th century. Every time you use an ATM card or a credit card, a record of your transaction is made. The bank knows where you are, how much you spent, and when. And what is being asked here today is that we expand upon this system so that every transaction, whether made by bank card, traveler check, or untraceable cash, can now be logged and tracked by a centralized system. Think of the uses. Deadbeat fathers can no longer hide from their obligations. Wife beaters cannot go underground and disappear, free to commit their heinous acts on more unsuspecting women. Is this such a terrible thing to ask? Is it so much of an inconvenience to present your driver's license when you do your grocery shopping? After all, most people do that already when they write a check. All we're doing is expanding the consumer's habit to include cash transactions as well. And the legislation has safeguards built in so that the information collected can only be accessed by authorized personnel under strict legal conditions. I assure you, no one's privacy will be lessened, and we will be taking an important step in bringing criminals who once thought they could hide back to justice. And I yield the remainder of my time back to the senator from Minnesota.
That was a very heartfelt speech, Senator.
Dr. Baker, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I had a meeting with Representative Ellman. He takes almost as much interest in EarthFire as you do.
I wish my colleagues were half as interested in this bill that I've been trying to get through.
Yes, it didn't seem to go too well in there.
Well, there's always hope. Last time we didn't even get it out of committee. Sometimes I just get so frustrated. We need to stop being so selfish as a people. Start thinking about the greater good. The people are tired of the crime, the inequity, the rich getting richer at the sacrifice of the poor, crying out for leadership.
I agree.
They're children. They've elected us to lead them, to protect them. But how can we do that when we're always fighting among ourselves? This one doesn't want to upset his constituents because he's up for re-election. That one's only concerned about how much he can collect from his next fundraiser. No one is interested in just getting the job done.
You and I seem to share a great deal, Senator. The EarthFire projects would never have gotten off the ground if some people were to have had their way. But I pushed and I prodded. I spent 10 years of my life talking, arguing, debating, shouting, whatever it took to get the funding. And after all that, I'm still surrounded by those who want nothing more than to slow things down. The country needs EarthFire if we're going to survive this new century. Just like we need people like you. People who are not afraid to say, this is what needs to be done. So let's do it.
If only it was that simple.
I think it can be. Come with me to EarthFire, Senator. I think I have a proposal which you might be very interested in. Dear Mr. Warren, Senator Reichman shares your concern about the inequity in the tax system. Just yesterday, the Senator gave a speech to the AARP in which he outlines the disparity between what the poor are forced to pay and what many businesses and wealthy are able to shelter and hide so they will not have to contribute their fair share to the American people. I can assure you that these loopholes in the tax system are Senator Reichman's top priority and will be addressed in the bill that he's helping to sponsor. Yours sincerely, James Reichman, United States Senator. And done. This day is never going to end. Dear Mrs. Jackson, Senator Reichman shares your concern about the urban sprawl plaguing our great state and assures you this is his top priority. Senator Reichman's office. Are you sure? Stevenson from the space shuttle is dead? Yes, he was from the senator's district. You did the right thing in calling him. The senator will want to know about this. I'll inform him right away. Goodbye. Senator, you have a message from NASA. Senator? Senator Reichman? Senator! This is Senator Reichman's office. I need an ambulance immediately. I think the senator's dead. Hold on. Senator? Senator?
Doctor, I'm not sure this is a good idea. Maybe Clint has already escaped from this hospital.
We would have heard something.
I could keep watch and let you know if Trustee tried to leave.
It's probably a better idea if you stay with me. Don't be so nervous. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Then why just keep around so? All these corridors are so dark. Does these hospitals always keep themselves such?
No. It is puzzling in itself. I can only assume Klein did this. But why? I can't believe it's for atmosphere.
Whatever the reason, there's a grievous feeling of foreboding here.
Evil spirits, eh?
Do not mock me. There is the devil's working, Klein. I know this.
If it's the devil, then why didn't he kill Dr. Vincent when he had the chance?
Verily, he did try to kill us, and that poor man he did slain. You shall not tell me he has not murderous intentions in his heart, 'tis our arrival which saved Dr. Vincent's life.
I'll admit you make a good argument. I think Vincent had the right of it. Klein was looking for something. It could be that the orderly he killed struggled too much. His death could have been an accident.
You are very beetle-headed if you believe such. I'm sorry about your friend, Doctor, but 'tis not your friend anymore which inhabits his body. 'Tis a creature from the very bowels of hell.
Wait here.
No, Doctor, I shall come with you.
All right, but stand behind me. If I say run...
You shall not have to speak it twice.
Come on!
I heard it over here, Doctor.
Oh, no.
He's dead. Now shall you believe me? Your friend is a tool of the devil.
Got to find him. He can't have gone far.
He could be anywhere.
Not anywhere. What do you see?
I see the outside.
Anything else?
No.
Exactly. That's a rather large courtyard, and yet there's nobody there. Not even Klein.
Mayhaps he does not leave the hospital.
He left all right. The glass to the door is broken from the inside out. And there's a trail of blood. Probably belonged to that unfortunate young lady back there.
Are you saying that he disappeared?
Hardly. Come with me.
If you say so. The trail has stopped.
We arrived only a few seconds after we heard him crash through the door. He can't just have vanished into thin air.
Then where?
Into the bowels of the earth?
Huh?
A manhole cover.
What is it?
An access way into the sewers or other underground passages.
Like it into a dungeon.
Ugh!
It is so dark down there.
Yes.
Well, what is wrong?
I'm becoming a little uncomfortable with the number of coincidences we've been encountering here, Chris. Klein apparently coming back from the dead, attacking anyone he sees, and now his apparent aversion to light. He could have went anywhere, and he chose to take the extra time to go into the underground, where, like you said, it's dark, just like the hospital.
Have they come across such a being before on your travels?
Nothing outside of a few good horror movies.
There are stories of powerful sorcerers who could command the undead. They force these poor souls to search the night for living flesh to feed on.
Oh, midnight?
Aye! But you shall call me a fool for believing in such tales. You have told me many a time there is no such thing as magic.
I've often found that even in the wildest story, there is a seed of truth. Zombies. Soulless creatures who cannot abide the light touching them.
Huh?
Some legends have it that since zombies have been reanimated by the darkest magic, sunlight breaks the spell and they lose the magic that reanimated them.
So you are saying that you don't believe in magic?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then how does Klein live again?
I wish I knew. But there's only one way to find out.
Into the depths.
Don't worry, Chris. There's nothing in the dark that isn't there in the light.
Except zombies.
I'm sorry, Mr. Alexander. You are not authorized to enter this area.
Now you listen to me. I don't know who you bribed to get your hands on that satellite, but it belongs to NASA. You can't just come along and lock it up. The scientific community has a right to examine it.
Mr. Alexander, I have been very patient with you and everyone else at NASA, but the decision has been made. EarthFire will conduct the research on the satellite. I assure you that any findings we make will be published for peer review when the time is right. But for now it was felt our resources were better suited for the task at hand.
This is a find of a lifetime!
And it will be taken care of.
I will speak to Senator Hansen about this.
She's the one who authorized its transfer.
We shall see.
I see. Yes, well, it's to be expected. Don't worry about it. Yes, she's here with me right now. Yes, I am. No, I don't think there'll be any problems. Just make sure the area is cleared. We won't want any interruptions, okay? Good. Just give me another minute or two. Bye.
This is indeed a marvelous facility, Dr. Baker.
I just realized you never had a tour of EarthFire, have you, Senator?
Well, I realize that the official tour could only accommodate so many people.
It was a grievous oversight not to have included you. Why don't I show you around while we talk?
I'd like that.
You know, Senator, the more I talk with you, the more I realize that you and I are quite alike. We both have a love of community, a desire to do what's good for the people, a need to safeguard those who look up to us as leaders.
I've served in the Senate for almost 15 years. Sometimes I feel that I still haven't accomplished a single thing.
I know exactly how you feel. Look how long it took to get the EarthFire project going.
Sometimes your own constituents can be your greatest obstacle. How many times did I have to let a good bill die just because this poll said it was unpopular or that PAC wanted something else? I'm telling you, those justices on the Supreme Court have it the best. Lifetime appointments, no need to worry about the next election. They can just do what needs to be done. It's enviable.
Here we are. This is what I wanted to show you.
So this is the satellite everyone's been interested in.
Incredible, isn't it?
I had to go to an awful lot of trouble to get NASA to give it up.
It was well worth it, believe me. This satellite will change the course of human history.
But strange writing. Have you been able to decipher any of it yet?
No need. I can tell you exactly what it says. This satellite was launched from a dying world over 50 million of your years ago, and placed within were 600 souls.
Souls? You mean like an ark? There are 600 beings in there?
Yes, well, less now, but let me finish. These souls were the best and brightest, the most wisest and learned from every part of civilization, from the arts to science to medicine. It was hoped that these souls could be saved and find a new home from which at least a part of our civilization could survive.
That's such a tragic story. Wait a minute. Did you say our civilization?
Our ship, the satellite, is very low in power. Already so many of us have been lost. You are our last hope.
You're one of them?
Yes and no. This is Dr. Baker's body, but it is my soul which inhabits it.
What happened to Dr. Baker?
I'm afraid that only one soul can inhabit a body at the same time.
You killed her!
No, I swear to you that wasn't how it happened. Your astronauts found our ship floating in space, lost, dying. It was an accident, but a serendipitous one that freed us. I believe it was fate that brought us together.
Fate?
Everything I said before was true. We both want what is good for our people. We need a home, somewhere where we can live in peace. You want to be able to do what is best for those people who elected you, who need you. We can both help each other attain our goals.
How?
We are souls without a body. It was the only way we could be saved. We need bodies so we can regain our lives.
I can't do that. That would be murder.
Think of the good that can be accomplished. Our knowledge and technology would be at your disposal. Imagine the scientific advancements that could be achieved. Zero-emission cars, solar and thermal energy generators, just like EarthFire, but on a grander scale. A country free from poverty, racism, and inequity.
Now you're talking like a politician, promising things you can't possibly deliver no matter how advanced you are.
On the contrary, my good senator. As you have seen, when we inhabit a body, we retain everything about them. If we inhabit the correct bodies, think of everything that could be accomplished then.
Senator Reichman.
Wasn't he the one who voted against your transportation bill? Such a worthy piece of legislation, too. Now here's your opportunity to achieve everything that you've always wanted to accomplish, but couldn't because of the weak and spineless that stood in your way. Why are you hesitant now?
The ends do not justify the means.
They do if the ends are noble enough.
What you're asking...
600 lives for the sake of 6 billion. Are we really asking so much?
You can really help us.
We can help you build the world you've always wanted to create.
All right. What do you need me to do?
I knew we could count on you, Senator. This is the dawning of a new age for mankind, and you will be the one to herald it.